So history happens every day. You never know when the world will change. On September 11th, 2001, I was in high school. I was on the third floor of the North Hills Senior High School in Miss Milliken's second period study hall. I came in, the TV was on, which was weird to begin with, and then a plane crashed into the World Trade Center. And then I'll never forget when the second plane hit the World Trade Center, because that's when we knew that it wasn't an accident. And I remember my mouth dropped wide open. I was like this, watching the TV in that study hall. And I turned to my buddy Dan, sitting next to me, and I said, "We're going to war." And, I didn't know I was going to end up being in that war. I was only in 9th grade. I remember everybody watched the news for days on end. That's all we did for days was watch the news. And everybody wanted to know what happened and who was responsible. President Bush at the time, George W. Bush, gave this famous speech that's linked right here. If you go to this link and it pops up, not only can you read what he said, read his speech, but you can listen to it, I believe. Yep, his 9/11 address to the nation. And there it is. It was short, but that was a crazy day. But out of the ashes and darkness of that day, we saw something wonderful. Everybody came together, and tales of heroism from that day are recorded in the annals of history. Many heroes were recognized after the events from 9/11. Firemen, police, medics, even regular people in New York did what they could to help each other out. Even in the event of a crisis, the silver lining is that they pull people together. They give us an opportunity to show our more giving and compassionate nature. Now, for today's assignment, we're keeping it simple. You're going to use a word program like Office Word or Libra or whatever word composition you have, and write a letter to your hero, sharing what it is you admire about them. Now, it can be anyone, and it doesn't even have to be, September 11th related. Things your letter should include would be that it starts with, dear mom or dad or dear firefighter. It should also end with your name, like a normal letter, so signed, Mr. Yund. I actually made an example for you right here. You can see what I'm talking about. There we go. So here it is. I wrote mine to my old German teacher, Mr. Deibel. He starts with a Dear Mr. Deibel. I'm writing to thank him. And why I admire him and things like that. And signed at the end there, Mr. Yund. I could have put a sincerely or something like that down there. Your student. Something like that would have been fine. But it is in a letter format. This assignment is worth 10 points. Please check your spelling and punctuation and write incomplete sentences. So that's it for today. That's your assignment. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to get a hold of me.